When I heard about Demaryius Thomas diagnosis stage 2 CTE, I was debating on what to say and how to even frame it. But after reading some of the responses on social media, I felt that I needed to say something to at least inject a little logic and truth into the situation. First of all, it saddens me to know that Demaryius was going through those issues, but I'm not surprised and I'm not astonished. The fact that Demaryius Thomas' family decided to donate his brain for research, now we are finding out more information. But we really don't know, as everyday players walking around or former players walking around, these kind of hidden dangers that lurk beneath. All we know, we were just kind of trying to go out and provide for our families and play a sport that we love. It's not a reason to condemn guys. When we look at people in the military, both men and women, they're dealing with post-traumatic stress syndrome, right? And you got players dealing with CTE. That doesn't necessarily mean that, okay, well, now we know this information is out there, that those individuals are not taken care of. I've often said that the military, those individuals who serve and protect and put their lives on the line for us, there should be something readily available for them when they finish serving. But that's not always the case. All I'm saying is, like, everyone has their truth. And sometimes it is cool to sit on one side and give a perspective on someone who's going through something, unless you've gone through that and you walked in their shoes. I would just ask everyone, put yourself in the shoes of a former player, someone like a Demaryius Thomas, someone who's going through something that is hidden, that they are unaware of, and they don't know when it's going to actually come to the surface. And tell me, how would you feel about that? As a player, I love the game of football. So all I'll say is, really think about this particular situation. This is not a time to just point fingers and say, well, you players knew and how bad you guys are, and we're going to put the blame on you. No, technology continues to improve. We need to make changes according to that technology to protect players. But more importantly, look after those in the military. Look after players when the game is over, when the lights turn off. And I'm also hearing things about insurance. Well, you guys are paid a lot of money, so you should have insurance. Well, not every guy made millions in NFL. There's a top 1%. And that top 1%, most of those guys are quarterbacks. And if you ask any former player, and I encourage anyone who thinks negatively about what I'm saying, talk to a former player. Ask them what life is like after the game is over, when insurance runs out and is no longer there for you. But your injuries, 5, 6, 7 years down the road, they're now bothering you. These are the things that are not often talked about. But this is why I call my guys. I call my former teammates, as many as I can. There's not enough hours in the day to be able to do it. But I try to check on every single one of them to make sure that they're all right. You know why? Because we as men, there's that mantra bravado. We're not going to tell anyone when something's going on with us. No, we're going to keep it a secret. But this is not the time to do that. I want everyone to understand that, at least take that in perspective. You have your truth, so I'm giving you my truth as a former player.